Guys, please let me know the audio video is clear or not. Hope all are clear. Okay, so let's start the class. Guys, see the Odisha Aarambh batch already 31st May rohuchi admission closing date. If you are interested to purchase the batch and you are preparing for the 2025 OCS exam, then you can enroll the batch, that is Aarambh batch. There is a free plus mains foundation batch too. Already gote batch amara enroll hei sarichi and already bahut sara pila join karichenti. Okay, clear Jyoti. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Next is about our Paripurna batch, that is totally Odia medium, you can say. The Odia students can avail the batch and easily can detect all the class. That is the foundation batch 3. Already data batch amara over is salani and batch epe just start heichi. Still the offer is there. If you want to enroll the batch, you can use my code, that is SSP Life, and you can also avail the least discounted price, that is 9,999. Okay. With that, there is a Abhyas series Amarachi 2024 to 25 May, and the last date is 25th of May. That means the date is just 2 days after ending of offer. So if you are interested to enroll the batch, you can also use my code SSP Live to enroll the batch. And guys, so the Paripurna batch achi. This is the batch Paripurna batch. If you are going to purchase the batch and you are clearing the exam of pre-exam in the next OCS exam, then the full amount of the prelim you will be refunded, and you will have a support of mains by. And guys, tomorrow 23 mock test will be free for you with the whole NCERT video classes. Okay, so today's class is about pollution. Already तुमने thumbnail किछ किछ जानी देथिबो. So let's start with not delaying. Start the class, guys. So before knowing about the pollution, ठीक है, आज जमते तमरो जानिचो मोर क्लास एमती रहउची. Starting to ठीक है briefing करूची what is about the full topic. ठीक है brief idea तम मानकर आसी जिवो, then we will discuss the MCQs now. Clear? So let's see. What is pollution? Pollution is the introduction of harmful substances or products into the environment. That means any kind of harmful substances that will lead to the pollution, that is the pollutant, and the pollutant is the main cause of the pollution, causing the adverse effect on living organisms and natural ecosystems. The types of pollution. What are the kind of pollution? First, you will have to see the sources. Then the pollutants, then impacts, then the important initiatives. See, the sources are the vehicular emissions. That means the vehicles जो emission होची, the carbon emissions you can say. Carbon emission ପାଇଁ भी हमारा बहुत सारा steps अच्छी. And the 2030 carbon emission रा हमारा India रे initiative कौन था इसे भी हमें detail ले जानी बा. But before that, the industrial discharge, the burning of fossil fuels, the biomass burning, the construction dust, everything is under what? The source of air pollution. And what is the pollutants, guys? The PM 2.5, PM 10, SO2, and the NOx, the carbon dioxide, ozone, lead, and sulfuric acid. These all are the kind of pollutants that we are seeing in our environment that causes the pollution. Clear? So next is the impacts. What can be the very crucial impacts? You can say the negative impact, and obviously pollution does not have any positive impact. That's only have the negative impact. So what is the impact on our body, on our environment? This is the respiratory problems, the cardiovascular diseases, acid, rain, global warming, climate change. So these all are the impacts that are the bad impacts. Can you find any kind of good in here? No. Next, see the important initiative, that is the government initiatives towards the pollution control. That is the National Clean Air Program. That is NCAP. That is very, very important, guys. Very good morning all. Please focus on the class, guys. The National Clean Air Program, that is the NCAP. The first initiative towards the pollution control from our India, that is the NCAP. Keep it in your mind. So next, see what is the water pollution, then soil pollution, everything the pollution, the types of pollution, we have to know it in a brief idea. So see the sources, that is for water pollution, that is obviously the industrial influence and the domestic sewage and the agricultural runoff, oil spills. These all are the water pollution. Those pollutants can cause the pollution in water or indirectly to the environment through the water, that we can say the water pollution. That means the pollutants are the heavy metals, that may be heavy metals, nitrates, phosphates or pathogens. The impacts on waterborne disease, and the loss of aquatic biodiversity, the eutrophication. What is eutrophication, guys? The types of water pollution control disease. Then the important initiative towards the water pollution from our Indian government, what is that? The Namami Gange program. Guys, this is very, very important for all the one-day exam or any kind of graduation level exam. Also for our pre-prospective, and with that you can write over the mains answer writing in your OCS examination. Clear? Very good morning all. Okay. So soil, next is soil pollution, that is the sources, but obviously soil ko pollute kemiti karibo. There are the pesticides, the fertilizers, the plastic waste, that industrial waste that are not what? Those are not biodegradable. Those are the sources of soil pollution. Those are the causes of soil pollution and the pollutants of the soil and the landfill pieces. Clear? The impact is soil infertility. Obviously, that leads to what? Soil infertility, groundwater contamination, toxic crop uptake. These all are what? Soil pollution. Next, see the noise pollution. Okay. See what is noise pollution. Give me a minute. Yeah, okay. So this noise pollution, obviously those kind of pollutants that leads to the noise pollution, that very much hazardous to hearing, that can be the hearing losses, the stress, that makes us stress, the sleep disturbances, the wildlife disruption, all are kind of noise pollution causes. The sources are the traffic, construction, industrial activities, loudspeakers, everything. The impacts, as I have said, the hearing loss, stress, sleep disturbances, wildlife disruption. These all. The standard, what is the standard, guys? See, this is also important, the measured in decibel. The noise pollution measured in Quiz unit, that is the decibel. The regulated under the Noise Pollution Regulation and Control Rule 2000. That is also important. Keep it in your mind. Again about the thermal pollution. What is the thermal pollution? Guys, the discharge of heated water from industries. Thermal itself, it means what? Therm. That means the hot or heated. That means the discharge of heated water from industries, that means the power plants, into water bodies. Directly it can be lead to the water pollution, but there is a categorized between the water pollution and the thermal pollution. So basically you can understand or you can distinguish between the thermal pollution and the water pollution, that exactly the heated water from industries that are removing towards the water sources, that we can consider as a thermal pollution. This is under thermal pollution. The impact is guys what? Decrease in dissolved oxygen, disruption of aquatic life. Okay, these are the noise pollution, thermal pollution, soil pollution, water pollution, everything is this. Again about the light pollution, the sources are excessive artificial lightning. Suppose we'll know what is the natural lightning, what is the artificial lightning. Excessive using of artificial lightning, that also causes the light pollution. That also तम मानकु लागुथिबो कि this is a new word ma'am. Light pollution agora ame suni nathilu, but yes, this is also under categorized. The impacts is disruptions of ecosystems and the circadian rhythms. That means किछि किछि बैक्टीरिया थांती, किछि किछि लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स थांती जो माने कि डार्क रे लाइक डार्कन एरियाज रे समानकर ग्रोथ हेई पारे, एंड किछि किछि थांती जो माने कि प्रॉपर लाइटन एरिया रे तांकर ग्रोथ हेई पारे. तो समानकर इकोसिस्टम डाइवर्सन होची कोथि पाई बिकॉज़ ऑफ द लाइट पोल्यूशन. देन अबाउट द प्लास्टिक पोल्यूशन, दैट इज डायरेक्टली तमे कहां से रिलेट कर परिबो ना हमर सॉइल पोल्यूशन को सहित कहि परिबो बिकॉज़ प्लास्टिक लीड टू द व्हाट सॉइल पोल्यूशन. दैट इज नॉट अ बायोडिग्रेडेबल प्रोडक्ट. The hazardous due to non-biodegradability. The microplastic poses a significant threat to marine and terrestrial organisms. See, so what is the laws and initiatives in India towards the kind of pollution, no matter the air, water, environment, about the soil, everything. So see, the air, that is the Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1981. That is 1981, the date is, the year is very, very important, and the act also keep it in your mind. The water, that is the Prevention and Control of Pollution, that is Act 1974. The Environment Protection Act, that is 1986. The Plastic Waste Management Rules, that is 2016. The Swachh Bharat Mission recently after 2018. So eco-sensitive zone, कोठी कोठी हमर रहिछि all over India, that is also important, keep it in your mind. ताकू टिके R&D करिवो. So about the global agreements, see, the Stockholm Conference 1972, the Rio Earth Summit, that is 1992, the Paris Agreement, very, very important. This is Paris Agreement, very, very crucial, that is you have to remember about. Then the Basel Convention, that is also important. The two, the Paris and the Basel Convention, these are very vice versa to each other, and under these convention all the countries are bound to follow the rule, including this, and they set a rule. The countries are adding inside the group, they have to follow the protocol. So the Minamata Convention, the mercury disease, the Minamata disease is a waterborne disease. Clear? So what is the way forward? Strengthen environment, governance and enforcement. Obviously, the pollution is pollution have to control by all the people, not about the government initiatives, but this can be a major part that we cannot pollute our environment because this is directly or indirectly connected with us. And promote the renewable energy and clean technologies. To enhance public awareness and community participation. Encourage sustainable agriculture and waste management, integrate pollution control in development planning. So this is all about what? The briefing about the pollution. Now we will discuss the MCQs over the topic of pollution. See. So tell me the right answer in the comment section. Which of the following is a primary pollutant? Ozone, sulfur dioxide, the peroxyacetylene nitrate, or the smoke? Tell me what will be the right answer of the question number 1. Which of the following is a primary pollutant? Jyoti, Sibans, Chandan. Please give me the right answer in the comment section. So, what will be the right answer, guys? This is sulfur dioxide. Yes, very good, Rohan. This is sulfur dioxide. So, what is the main reason behind that? The primary pollutants and the secondary pollutants. those are very important types of pollutants ताको भी mind रे रखिबो. So what are the primary pollutants that lead to the chemical reactions that lead to the secondary pollutants? So initially the primary pollutants is what? The carbon dioxide. Give me a minute. Oh, sorry for the interruption, guys. Okay. So, what will be the right answer? The sulfur dioxide. So, a primary pollutant is a substance emitted directly from a resource into the environment in a harmful form without undergoing any transformation. Examples we can say including the carbon monoxide, importantly mane rakha, that is carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide and the nitrogen oxides. These are three primary pollutants of the environment. Clear? Next, see, which gas is mainly responsible for acid rain? Tell me which gas is mainly responsible for acid rain? The carbon dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, or the ozone, or tell me the methane. What will be the right answer? This is nitrogen oxides. Tell me, what is acid rain, guys? The acid rain or acid deposition refers to any form of precipitation with acidic component. With what? With acidic component. The acid rain results when sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides are released. Acid rain results when sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides are released into the atmosphere and transported by wind and air current. So basically, जेतेबेले ଆମର acid rain result करूची कोउथिरे ना sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides and सेटा जेतेबेले हमर environment को atmosphere को release हबो and through the wind जेतेबेले pass करिवो चारियाडे spread हेसिबो. The sulfur dioxide and the nitrogen oxides with water, oxygen and other chemicals to form sulfuric and nitric acids. These are eventually mixed with water and other material before falling to the ground. And the pH of acid rain is also important, that is 4.5. That also important, keep it in your mind. Yes. Next question answer here. The Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act was enacted in the Air, that means the Prevention and Control of Pollution Act was enacted in 1972, 1981, 1986 or 1991. What will be the right answer? Very good. So the right answer is what? This is 1981. What? The Air Act was enacted. That is the Prevention and Control of Pollution. See about the Air Act. So the Air Act, what is that? The 1981 wala. The Government of India enacted the Air Act 1981 to arrest the deterioration in the air quality. That means the air to be industrial factories near the jo amara air pass karuchi, या फिर different varieties of air amara factories hela industries hela ta पाखरु जो air flow होउची, the kind of air flow रो quality को type रो air flow होउची सेतिरे को type रो mix हेकी अछि the hazardous element that control करूची किए ना the Air Act 1981. The main function of the CPCB under the AI, that is the Prevention of and Control of Pollution Act 1981, to advise the central government, okay, and the plan and causes to be exhausted, a nationwide program for the upturment of the air pollution, everything you can have a look here. So moving to the next question, guys. Tell me, eutrophication is primarily caused by excess what? Eutrophication is primarily caused by excess carbon dioxide, oxygen, nitrogen and phosphorus or sulfur. What will be the right answer? Eutrophication is primarily caused by excess carbon dioxide, oxygen, nitrogen and phosphorus or sulfur. Tell me the right answer in the comment section. Very good morning, Babulla or Babula. So, the right answer is the nitrogen and phosphorus that lead to the eutrophication. See, so eutrophication is what? This is the addition of excess nutrients such as nitrates and phosphate to water. Water is the add extra excessive of what? Nitrates and phosphate group. Then we can say this is the eutrophicated water. The main source of these excess nutrient is what? Fertilizer. Keep it in your mind. Fertilizer through amara direct water ko ita add hei paruchanti. And these nutrients promote excessive growth of algae in the water. As the algae die and decompose, high level of organic matter and the decomposing organisms reduce the level of dissolving oxygen in the water. That lead to a big amount of eutrophication in the water. Clear? This is about what? Eutrophication. Next, which of the following pollutants is most responsible for ozone depletion? Methane, carbon dioxide, chlorofluorocarbons or nitrous oxide? Tell me what will be the next question answer. Which of the following pollutants is most responsible for ozone depletion? Methane, carbon dioxide, chlorofluorocarbons or nitrous oxide? So here the right answer will be the chlorofluorocarbons. See why? So mainly ozone layer depletion is due to what? Obviously, amara kono hole ta hoji due to the excess emission of carbons. That is the chlorofluorocarbons be taku kon main reason ame taku koi paruche. So the ozone depletion chemicals ke rahibe? Chlorofluorocarbons, aerosols, that is the HSF these carbons taku ame kahuche, the halogens, the methyl bromide. Mostly ame known elements is what? Chlorofluorocarbons. The firstly the ultraviolet rays heat a chlorine atom away from the chlorofluorocarbons molecule. Then the chlorine atom breaks off an ozone molecule, making a hole in the ozone layer. And the molecules left behind are chlorine monoxide and the oxygen. That means that directly link with what? The chlorofluorocarbons. Clear? Very good. Next question answer there. Which of the following is not a greenhouse gas? That is a carbon dioxide, methane, ozone or the sulfur dioxide. Tell me what will be the right answer. Which of the following is not a greenhouse gas? That is C. So same jemti kahili. What? Some of the infrared radiation passes through the atmosphere. Some is absorbed and re-emitted. Some are re-emitted and some are absorbed by the Earth's atmosphere. And that lead to the what? Ozone layer depletion also. Guys, in all direction by the greenhouse gas molecules. The effect of these is to warm the Earth's surface and the lower atmosphere. So that is totally related and directly proportional with the sunlight, not ozone. Question on thila. Which of the following is not a greenhouse gas? Pachariji is not a greenhouse gas. Okay. So next question. Which organization in India monitors air quality? Which organization in India monitors air quality? That is the MO, EFCC, CP, BARC or ISRO. So odd one out kaako kariba? ISRO ko and BARC. There are two options left for you. Choose the right answer among the two. Tell me what will be the right answer. Which organization in India monitors air quality? That is CPCB, and let's see what is the CPCB. That is, guys, the Central Pollution Control Board is stand for CPCB. Is the main organization in India that monitors air quality. It operates the National Air Quality Monitoring Program, that is the NAMP, or we can say the NAMP, to track air quality in various cities and towns. State Pollution Control Board, that is the SPCB, is built in different types of state. Sabu state re gote gote kon SPCB achi, and pollution control committees, that is the PCCs, also play in a role in monitoring air quality in the state and the local levels. So types of levels we mind rakho. That is first the PCC, that is the Pollution Control Committee, then asiba State Pollution Control Board, then asuchi the National Air Quality Monitoring Program, or we can say the Central Pollution Control Board. Okay. Very good, Lalit. Next question answer diya. Which type of pollution is measured using a decibel meter? Which type of pollution is measured using a decibel meter? That is the water pollution, air pollution, soil pollution or noise pollution. ଯେତେବେଳେ types of pollution briefing କରୁଥିଲି ସେତେବେଳେ ତମକୁ already କହିସାରିଥିଲି କି decibel ର use କୋଉଠି ହୁଏ. So without any second thought, please give me the answer in the comment section. Very good. That is lead to the noise pollution. See. So levels of noise pollution. So types for reference. This is the meter where we can. This is the unit where we can like kona ame mapuche. So next is this is the range of what the noise pollution among 100 plus decibel. This is the great damage to hearing. That means the 1 to 15 decibel is the silent. Then quiet is 20 to 40 decibel. Then excessive the human mainly to begin to damage hearing, that is 70 to 90. 90 decibel. So normal ame kahi pariba hearing decibel is from 40 to 60 decibel. Eta the exam re directly question pade. What is the normal hearing level of a human being? That is 40 to 60 decibel. Next, which of the following is a biodegradable pollutants? Tell me which of the following is a biodegradable pollutant? The options are plastic, pesticides, pebbles or mercury. Which of the following is a biodegradable pollutants? The plastic, pesticides, pebbles or mercury. The plastic to biodegradable nahi, pesticides pe nahi, mercury bhi nahi. So what will be the right answer? The pebbles is the easily degradable hai pare. So that is the biodegradable. The biodegradable pollutants and the non-biodegradable pollutants. There are the basic differences. The biodegradable is what? These are the pollutants which can be easily degraded by the microorganisms present in the environment. The non-biodegradable that cannot be degraded. Okay, that cannot be degraded or can easily be nice, but that is not at all degraded in the environment. And this can be the biodegradable one. This can be used in produce energy through the biogas, compost, manure, etc. And these are difficult to manage as natural method of degradation is best. Clear? Next, see, the photochemical smog mainly occurs due to the photochemical smog mainly occurs due to guys photochemical smog कौन देखिथिबो तमे बेसिकली दिल्ली रे हमर देखिबा को मिले तार एनवायरनमेंट तार एटमॉस्फियर टा एमिति सब बेले धुआं धुआं तमन को देखा से बहुत ही नॉर्मल डेज रे नॉट इन अ विंटर नॉट इन अ समर कथा कहूची तुमको डस्टी डस्टी देखा जीवो दिस दैट इज नॉट about the fog सेटा हमके में कुहुडी बोली कहि परिबानी that is about the photochemical smog and that is lead to and that is the main reason of generating the photochemical smog is what the carbon monoxide and dust, sulfur dioxide and the soot and the nitrogen oxides and hydrocarbons under sunlight or the carbon dioxide and chlorofluorocarbons. Service versus garbage. Okay, your answer there. Photochemical smog mainly occurs due to what? Nitrogen oxides and hydrocarbons under what? Under the sunlight. Clear? See, the photochemical smog is produced when sunlight react with the nitrogen oxides and at least one volatile organic compound in the atmosphere. That means sunlight jete bele सूर्यंक ठू डायरेक्ट आसुची and हमर environment रे present रहउची कोन nitrogen oxides ता सहित तो react करूची that converted into the what photochemical smog and the nitrogen oxides come from car exhausts coal power plants एमिति भी क्वेश्चन तमन का माइंड आसुतबो कि where it can form the nitrogen oxides in the environment that is due to what due to the what car exhaust the coal power plants and the factory emissions when sunlight heat these chemicals they form airborne particles and the ground level ozone or smog. Clear? Next, see, which Indian river is most affected by industrial pollution? Which Indian river is most affected by industrial pollution? एबे ही तमनु कहितली ता पई गोटे योजना भी अछि that is नमामि कहबिनी आंसर दिया then we'll say options are Yamuna, Ganga, Godavari and Brahmaputra. What will be the right answer? Which Indian river is most affected by industrial pollution? The right answer is Ganga. Bada Rohan. Rohan, very good. Definitely will crack this. So the Ganga river is significantly affected by the industrial pollution due to the discharge of untreated industrial effluents directly into the river. This occurs because many industrial particulate, the tanneries, the chemical plants, etc. You just have a look here. Okay, the Namami Gange program is what taku clean kariya pai initiate through the government of India. Next, the National Clean Air Program aims to reduce PM 2.5 and PM 10 by kete percent reduce hoji. Tell me, what will be the right answer? The National Clean Air Program aims to reduce PM 2.5 and PM 10. Guys, PM that doesn't mean ki Prime Minister. That is the particulate matters. That is what? That is the guys approximately 20 to 30% reduce karibar program hochi MCAP. Clear? Very good. The C, not C, 30 to 49, 20 to 30 na, highest 30 जाए जाइचंदी, 40% जाए जाई नांती, 30%. Okay, जोटी list तमाने देखिबा कि जदि approximately 20 to 30 कोटी mention नथिबो, जदि 30 mention अछि, that doesn't mean कि 30 to 40 केबे choose करिबानी. Least, that means least तो सबवेले 30 थिबा दरकार. That is 20 to 30. Okay? See. The National Clean Air Program, launched in January 2019, aims to reduce the particulate matter 2.5 and the particulate matters 10 levels by 20 to 30% by 2024, using 2017 as the baseline. Clear? Next, the Minamata disease. The Minamata disease is caused by arsenic, mercury, lead or cadmium. What will be the right answer? The Minamata disease is caused by, that is by mercury. See, what is the disease? The Minamata disease is a form of methyl mercury poisoning caused by eating large quantities of fish, and the self is polluted by methyl mercury in factory wastewater. Suppose factory wastewater release होची towards the water bodies. Then water bodies रे present तो fish अछंती से माने तांको body को सेटा inject हे जाउची, directly intake होउची, and आमे जतबेले से fish को खाउची, that lead to the Minamata disease, and that is related to what? Methyl mercury. It is not a contagious disease transmitted through air or food, and it is not inherited also. The Minamata disease was officially discovered, this is very very important, when it was officially discovered in 1956. That is Japan first देखिବାକୁ मिलिथिला. And in 1968, the national government announced that it was a pollution disease caused by the Chizo Corporate Limited. Clear? Next, which of the following is main source of indoor air pollution in rural India? Which of the following is the main source of indoor air pollution in rural India? That is the vehicles, factories, biomass burning or air conditioners. Which of the following is the main source of indoor air pollution in rural India? Rural India, because of the indoor air pollution, the main disease that is caused is biomass burning. Is biomass burning. So biomass burning is the process of burning living and dead vegetation, including both human initiated the fires like for land clearing or the agricultural purpose. Basically in summer रे हमें देखिया को मिले ताकू माने निया लगे कि छाड़ी दियंती, देन से जोटी पहाड़ पहाड़ देखि दियो मुंडिया पहाड़ माने करे जल्दी जल्दी स्प्रेड हे जाए due to the dry weather. So and natural fires like those started by the lightning, it is a significant global source of emissions including the greenhouse gases and the air pollutants. Cooking. So Rohan ko hare cooking pai niya lagi jauchi. Which one of the following is the best indicator of sulfur dioxide pollution? What will be the right answer? The lichens, the alcohols, fungi or the algae? Which one of the following is the best indicator of sulfur dioxide pollution? That is the lichens. See, guys, firstly, sulfur dioxide pain kaun hochi? About 1/3 of sulfur dioxide in the atmosphere occurs naturally through the sulfur cycle like volcanoes, forest fires, XYZ. And 2/3 come from human sources, mostly the combustion of coal containing iron sulfide and from oil refining and smelting and smelting of sulfide ores. So this lead to what? The sulfur dioxide, and the sulfur dioxide reacts with water vapor in the air to form sulfuric acid, which is a component of acid deposition. So this is the form of what? Sulfur dioxide formation. But the leading, that is what? The most indicator of SO2 pollution is what? The lichens that is present in the environment. Next, which of the following diseases is most likely caused by air pollution? That is the cholera, that is asthma, that is dengue or malaria. What will be the right answer? Which of the following diseases is most likely caused by air pollution? What will be the right answer? This is asthma. So, air pollution is a significant contributor to various health issues including respiratory problems. Basically, air pollution kahaku affect kare directly through the respiratory organs. So, the cardiovascular disease also and certain cancers, that is lead to the air pollution. And common diseases linked to air pollution including the asthma, the chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, that is the COPD, the lung cancer, the stroke and heart disease. Exposure to air pollutants can also weaken the immune system and increase the risk of infection. So through the air pollution directly amara relate hoji ko disease mainly that is famous, that is asthma. Okay. Asthma, okay. Lalit, mimicry karucho moro. How kara. Next qua. Which of the following is a secondary pollutant? The options are carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, peroxycytyl nitrate, that is called as the PAN, or the lead. What will be the right answer? Which of the following is a secondary pollutant? Tell me. Which of the following is a secondary pollutant? The carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, peroxycytyl nitrate or lead? That is the PAN, or that is called as the peroxyacetyl nitrate. Clear? Yes, that is PAN is the secondary pollutant, but the carbon, sulfuric acid, lead, that is to the primary one. So see, the secondary pollutants are formed in the atmosphere when primary pollutants react with each other or with other atmospheric substances. Then amara release way kona na secondary pollutants. You can have a look, the picture describes all that the statements is saying. The secondary pollutants are a result of atmospheric reactions. Example nahi pariba secondary pollutants including the ozone, acid rain and the smoke. The chemical, that is the carbon dioxide hella, sulfur dioxide hella, nitrogen oxides hella, they directly lead with the secondary pollutants and form like a ozone, acid rain, smoke. These are the kind of secondary pollutants. Okay. So next, which heavy metal is associated with Itai disease? Tell me. Which heavy metal is associated with Itai disease? The mercury, the arsenic, the cadmium or the lead? Kumari Pramita. That is cadmium. Which heavy metal is associated with Itai disease? Direct related with the cadmium, and the cadmium poisoning related to the respiratory system like the pneumonia and the destructions of the mucous membrane. In the kidney, the kind of the proteinuria, the kidney stones, the glomerular and the tubular damage that related to the kidney, the skeletal system ko bhi hamper kare, also hampering the reproductive system. Clear? Next, the permissible noise level in residential areas during the night is, that is केते रहिबो 40 to 60. that means या भितर कोटा रहिबो ताको ऑड वन आउट कर दे का 65 को, तो 40 to 60 भितर हमर कोन टिके बेसी हमको इको फ्रेंडली कोटा लागुसी. ऑब्वियसली 40 स्टार्टिंग को ताको छाडी दियो, 55 जस्ट कोन 60 पाखा पाखी ताको भी छाडी दियो, तो मिड को ही तमे चूज करो, that is 45. The 45 decibel is the permissible noise level in residential areas during the night. Okay, that is jete bade देखिथिबो हमर कोन अर्बन एरिया रे गोटे परमिशन आनंती डीजे वीजे मैरिज टाइम रे नेबा लागि बाहाघर रे, तो सेटा कोन हुए ना परमिशन आनंती त डीजे रा साउंड एतिकी लेवल एतिकी डेसिबल लेवल भीतर ही रखिबे, ताठ ऊपर को हेले हां ना फाइन कटिबो और फिर संगे संगे आसी की पुलिस तांगो धर. Okay, so the area that is the silent zone is the residential silent zone by 50 in a daytime, night time by 45. Residential area re 55 in a daytime, night time by 45. The commercial area re 65, night time by 55, and the industrial areas re 75, and in the night time 65. These all tables are important. Next, which mission is dedicated to cleaning the Ganga river? एबे भी कही थिली फॉर टाइम एटा रिपीट होची, क्वेश्चन बस ट्विस्ट हे जाईची, जो त माने फोकस करी के क्लास देखुतबो, देन विदाउट एनी सेकंड थॉट त माने आंसर कर दो. So give me the right answer in the comment section. Which mission is dedicated to clean the Ganga river? जल शक्ति अभियान, नमामि गंगे, स्वच्छ जल मिशन और the clean water drive. Yeah, the right answer will be Namami Gange. Okay, that is what Namami Gange. So the Namami Gange program, that is a flagship initiative of the Indian government, is dedicated to cleaning and rejuvenating the Ganga river. It aims to reduce the pollution, conserve the river, promote public awareness with a focus on improving water quality and preventing sewage from entering the river Ganga. Okay, this is about Namami Gange. Sounds very good. Now, next, the thermal pollution affects what? Soil fertility, air quality, aquatic ecosystems, or ozone layer. Tell me the right answer. Thermal pollution affects soil fertility, air quality, aquatic ecosystem, or ozone layer. That is lead to the aquatic ecosystem related to the direct thermal pollution, because thermal pollution is leaded to what? जेतेबेले हमर industries रू heated water directly आसुची कहा सहित मिसुची ना water bodies सहित, सेतिरे जो aquatic animals माने रहउचंदी, they are directly affected through the thermal pollution. Clear? That is water bodies. Heat pollution, also known as the thermal pollution, is the release of excess heat into the environment, primarily water bodies, that can have negative impact on the aquatic life and ecosystems. It often occurs when industrial facilities or power plants discharge heated water back into the environment after using it as a coolant. Next, see, which of the following is the main cause of water pollution in urban India? Which of the following is the main cause of water pollution in urban India? That is the nuclear waste, domestic sewage, industrial gas emissions, or deforestation. Which of the following is the main cause of water pollution in urban India? Not saying about the rural areas, this is the urban areas. That means the domestic sewage. Okay, nuclear waste urban area रे एमिति भी तो nuclear factories गुड़ा कौन हमारा civil society भीतर नहीं industries not at all forestation कथा कहले हमें कौन forest areas कथा भाबिए तो अडवान आउट करी तमे जाई परले भी आंसर करि not C, that is the domestic sewage. Question टिके carefully देखो, even I am reading it again and again. At least if you are not reading it, then try to listen me what I am saying. Okay. See, the effects of water pollution, that is the destructions of marine and land ecosystem, the eutrophication, effect on food chain, effect on human health and diseases, water cycle, groundwater system and impact on agriculture, shortage of water for drinking and other purposes. Guys, ये सब basic तमनु को कहीं की गोटे again explanation रखुची तमे जदि बार बार explanation को मन रखिबो ना तमरा मेंस आंसर राइटिंग रे किछटा प्रैक्टिस हे जिवो किछटा वर्ड जदि तमे माइंड रे रखि परला सपोज अबाउट द इकोसिस्टम हैला eutrophication, what is eutrophication and what is the groundwater system आपको ना डायरेक्टली लिंक करिके तमे आंसर राइटिंग रे टिके एलाबोरेशन आसी जिवो त माने इजीली किछि डिटेक्ट करिके संगे संग मने पकि के लिखि परिबो तो द ग्लोबल वार्मिंग पोटेंशियल yeah that is always comparisons of the global warming impacts of different gases a measures of how much energy the emissions of 1 ton of gas will absorb over a given period of time that is a fixed time re amara 1 ton of gas will absorb that is the GWP says relative to the emissions of 1 ton of carbon dioxide given in a certain time period particularly in 1 year, in 6 months, in 2 years, that is what say. Next thing, which of the following is not covered under the Environment Protection Act 1986? 81 katha kahithili, right? 86 re ko. Which of the following is not covered under the Environment Act 1986? The noise pollution, the plastic waste, the radiation safety, or the hazardous waste? Which of the following is not covered under the Environment Act 1986? That is what? That is the radiation safety. About the noise pollution is under the Environment Act, plastic waste also, hazardous also. But which is not covered under the Environment Act 1986? That is the radiation safety. Clear? Next, see. The radiation safety program under a con guys outla first the review the authorized radioactive material protocols, the inspect areas where radiation I am describing about what is the radiation safety program, not about the 1986 program. Just have in your mind. The inspects areas where radioactive materials radiation is used, the personal and environmental radiation monitoring, the provides training in radiation safety and the radioactive materials follows the response. Okay, next see. Biomagnification refers to. Biomagnification refers to what? Breakdown of pollutants, accumulation of pollutants in the environment, increase in concentration of pollutants of the food chain, or decrease in soil fertility. Biomagnification refers to what? Breakdown of pollutants, accumulation of pollutants in the environment, increase in concentration of pollutants of the food chain or the decrease. Guys, biomagnification refers to what? An increase in concentration of pollutants of the food chain. Directly food chain upare dependent है कि हमारा pollutants केते increase होची food chain जेते आगो को growth करिवो obviously हमर pollution भी सेति के आसीबो pollutants रो growth भी बढ़िबो that means the concentration रे increase होची pollutants को नै कि about what about the food chain that is biomagnification. The biomagnification is an ecological process where toxic substances accumulate in living organisms at increasingly higher concentration as one moves up the food chain. Clear? Next, see which pollutant is most commonly associated with diesel exhaust, the methane, carbon monoxide, lead or particulate matter. Tell me, which pollutant is most commonly associated with diesel exhaust? What will be the right answer? That is the particulate matter. The pollutants, that is the particulate matter, is most commonly associated with the diesel exhaust. See? Okay? The pollutant emission rahuchi kete? Suppose approximately 1%. From that, the carbon dioxide hella, other organisms hella, nitrogen oxide, suppose sulfur dioxide, the particulate matter. These are the components of over what? The pollutant emissions. Next, see, the blue baby syndrome is caused by excess of blue baby syndrome is caused by excess of what? Arsenic, lead, nitrates or mercury. Blue baby syndrome directly related with what? Directly related with the nitrates. See what is the blue baby syndrome? Guys, the cardiology is a branch of medical science that we know, and that deals with the heart related disorders of human beings or animals, and the blue baby syndrome is a cardiological disease. The branch of includes clinical diagnosis as well as treatment of diverse heart disease such as heart failure, the congenital heart defects, the electrophysiology, the coronary artery disease, the valvular heart disease, etc. But in the pediatrics is the branch of medical science that always deals with what? That is the branch of cardiology, and ame कहि परिबा गोटे heart disease होची कोन ना blue baby syndrome disease. Okay? Next, see, which of the following is not a consequence of noise pollution? Which of the following is not a consequence of noise pollution? Hearing loss, that is a consequence. Hypotension, mental fatigue. Guys, hypotension that is also caused by the noise pollution. Hearing loss is also, the mental fatigue is also, but due to the lung cancer is not directly lead with what? The noise pollution. Clear? The danger of the dangers of noise pollution is what? Impact sleep habit. The hinder child's development can cause the physiological issue also. Okay. Next, see. Guys, the very important question for all the graduation level exam. This one is very, very important. The Bhopal gas tragedy was caused by the leakage of Bhopal gas tragedy विषय basic idea रखो, because the date is important, the reason is important, and the gas is also important. And केते संख्या रे लोक भी guys बहुत संख्या रे date हेइतले, number of dates also important. So guys, what the gas is? That is the methyl isocyanate. So the Bhopal gas tragedy, which occurred on the night of December 23, 1984. December 1984 was a devastating industrial disaster that resulted from a leak of methyl isocyanate gas from a pesticide plant owned by Union Carbide India Limited, that is the UCIL. This event caused as estimated 3,500 intermediate deaths and led to the poisoning of over 500,000 people in Bhopal, India. The tragedy is widely considered one of the worst industrial disasters in history. The methyl isocyanate, December 3, 1984, 3,500 deaths. Tinta important fact. And lead korutla kiye na UCIL, that is a Union Carbide India Limited company. Clear? Next and last question of the class. Which of the following is a natural source of air pollution? The crop warning, the vehicle exhaust, volcanic eruption, or industrial chimneys? Which of the following is a natural source of air pollution? Guys, natural source of crop warning the naturally होनी guys. The vehicle exhaust, this is artificial one. Industrial, this is also artificial one. So volcanic eruption, that is a natural source of air pollution. So natural air pollution sources include wildfires, dust storms, volcanic eruptions, and dust from deserts. Volcanic eruptions releases gases like sulfur dioxide, while wildfires release smoke and ash. Dust storms, particularly from deserts like the Sahara, they contribute to air pollution by releasing fine particles. Clear? So this is all about today's class. Thank you so much for all your attention and to be present in my class. Dekha again guys, next class amaro ichi next Wednesday and the Friday. So till then, take care of yourself and Telegram channel re like StudyIQ OPSC re tamanke class ro PDF mili jiba. And if you want to follow me, then do follow me in the Instagram profile, that is the @Sudipta Mam. Thank you so much guys. Take care of yourself and firstly take care of your parents and anything else. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much.